All right, welcome back to another episode. Myself, Luke. So I hope you're having a fantastic morning wherever you are and that you had a good weekend. So at the beginning of this week, it's not looking particularly great with Bitcoin. I'm going to jump into the Bitcoin technicals in just a second. We'll also talk about the psychology of the crypto market. And yeah, things are not looking that rosy at this moment. I mean, the sentiment, the fear and greed index were in fear, 33%. Altcoin season is completely dead. And on the RSI, we're almost oversold. So looking at the market right now, it's not looking great. So maybe you've panic sold everything over the course of the last 2 weeks. Maybe you're still in it. Maybe this is your first cycle. If it's not your first cycle, you've been in it maybe 2-3 cycles. Then yeah, just stay to the very end, subscribe if you're new, and we're going to look at the past cycles. And especially if you're new into crypto, this is your very first full cycle, and it's kind of fizzled out over the past few weeks. And so is this the end? Is this the end of the cycle? Are we going to go into a bear market anytime now? Is it going to come tomorrow, next week? Are we going to have this Christmas rally? Well, who knows? First of all, please read the disclaimer below. I'm not a financial expert, not a financial advisor. This is just one of my hobbies and passions in crypto, and I just like to bring it out for my subscribers, for my channel subscribers. And if you're not subscribed, please go ahead and do so, and leave any comments in the section below. If you're new to crypto, this is your first cycle, please let me know in the comments section below. So we've got a lot to talk about. Try and keep it brief. So just going over to crypto bubbles here. Yeah, everything's down for the daily. I do apologize for my voice. I did have the flu over the weekend, and yeah, so the weekly, the monthly is not pretty good. It's looking terrible on the monthly. If we just look at fetch, down 60% just here. Everything is down more than almost 30% and beyond, except Zcash. This came out of nowhere. So privacy coins are on the rise, and Vitensor. So the leading AI, I think, cryptocurrency at this moment. I could be wrong. I'll have to check that out. To be fair, let's check it out together. Is it number one in AI, or is it render? Could be wrong. Let's have a look. No, it is Bitensor. So Bitensor is still leading at this moment. And yeah, so if you have any Bitensor, then congratulations. Or Zcash, the privacy coins are on the rise. And I mean, this just came out of nowhere over the past month. It just shot up from $47 all the way up to almost $300. Very good. So that's, in a nutshell for the day. Ain't looking great, but if you liked dollar cost average, I'm not going to tell you to go and buy it, because for me right now, I'm just waiting for the dust to settle to see which direction Bitcoin is going to go. And right now, Bitcoin, it doesn't look great if we just check the technicals. So when was this? 2 weeks ago, we dropped all the way down here to 102,000, and ever since we've just been coming even lower. So yesterday on my Twitter, I was talking about this dead cat bounce. There's a possibility of being rejected and forming another dead cat bounce, and sadly that is exactly what we're seeing right now. So are we seeing something? So we've rolled over. We've obviously had that terrible news event that came out. Well, I can't say news event. Many factors. The market was weak at this point, and we had that possibility of going lower. You can go and check out my latest podcast with KDevKed, and we did speak about the possibility of being rejected here if we didn't pump with substantial volume. We spoke about that about 2-3 weeks ago. And then this is exactly what happened. We did talk about the opposite. If we did pump past it with sufficient volume, then we could head up past 130,000 towards our $150,000 mark. And I still believe Bitcoin will go all the way up to 150, 200, even $1 million one day. But is it anytime soon? Well, right now, obviously, it's not showing that. And since we've had that collapse, then we've had that dead cat bounce here, and it looks like we're going to have another one. So this is not good. So it's just another indicator that we're going to go lower. My personal opinion, I think we're going to fill up this candle wick here. So we've still got another, let's just go down to the bottom. We could still drop another 5.5% down to the bottom, the very bottom of this candle wick. So we completely fill up this candle wick, and then we could see a bounce off it, and hopefully this is the local bottom. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep this trend line here. Let me get rid of this, and yeah, let's see if we do end up coming all the way down here, if we do get a nice bounce off it. But what we quickly need over the next, I would say towards the end of this month, is a V-shaped recovery fast. If we don't, then we're going to have this slow bleed. That's the worst thing in crypto, is a slow death in crypto, or a slow bleed where Bitcoin has topped out at 127k or 128k, and we're just slowly going down, and we just keep heading down, and then the altcoins are going to be even worse. And that's where the psychology of the market comes into play, which I'm going to talk about in just a second. So where are we in the psychology of the market? I mean, the market is all based on human emotions anyway, when we go up, when we go down. And right now, like I just said, we are in the fear. Let's just go back. Let's just go back here. And I think it's what, 30%, 33% in fear. An altcoin season is, yeah, pretty much dead. So the market sentiment has completely changed, completely shifted over the last month or so. Just last month, we were greed, extreme greed, and now we're back in the fear because of what happened over the past 2 weeks. So, scenarios, we come back down. I believe we're going to come back all the way down to 100,000, and it would fit quite nicely with the support, with this volume here that we got all the way back here in June and May to June of last year. And yeah, I would not be surprised. And then we're just back at these levels since, yeah, back all the way back at May. So about 8-9 months. And when we look at it like that, it's just pretty much sideways. Yeah, so hopefully we don't go any lower. But if we do, I want to be objective on my channel. If we do go below 100k, then the next target for me would be all the way down into like 90,000 to 94,000. It would be around this key support here, where we could go down to those levels. And then I think if we do go down to those levels, could we end up seeing something like the last cycle, if we take the weekly, where we do have like what we had last time? Because I did say the cycles usually rhyme, where we see a double top, where we see something like, how long did this go on for? So it was what, around May, and then we hit that next top in the November. So a nice 5-6 months, where we did, well, altogether, how far did we, it was what, let me just do that again. We go from here to the very bottom. So that was May to July. So it was a quick 2 months where we did have a local bottom here. And then from July, we had that double top. Could we see something similar? Of course. I mean, anything's possible. This could be this type of top here on the left side. The next 2-3 months, we could come all the way down to that $90,000 level, like I've just been mentioning. And then we have that second rally to the upside. Who knows? I'm just speculating. Again, nothing's for sure. Nothing certain. One thing I'm really hoping for is that we do have that Christmas rally, November, December. So hopefully, if we do come all the way down, fill up this candle wick at 100,000, then we get that nice V shape, and we start heading from this point a lot higher and going past with sufficient volume. I can't say this enough, past $125,000, $126,000. Time will tell anyway. But if we just look at one more indicator, I was looking at the Bollinger Bands just earlier, and yeah, I did speak about on the daily that we were overly extended about 2 weeks ago. We came out, we came back in. Obviously, we went below this, and now we're trading inside at the lower part of this band. So we did mention this on the podcast, that we had this chance of being coming back inside because we were overly extended. The Bollinger Bands, usually a nice indicator that I like to use, especially when we get overly extended. It shows that, okay, we don't really stay out of those bands too long before we get rejected and come back inside. That's exactly what happened. And yeah, I mean, it's perfect example using the Bollinger Bands. And on the weekly, we have hit the top, hit the bottom, and now we're trading back almost in the center. So yeah, let's just see what the next 9 days of October. Generally speaking, like we said, October is usually pretty good. If my fear is if we print a bad October, then we're probably going to end up seeing something. I don't want to say it, but I'm going to have to. 2018, where we went down 36 and then 5% in the December. Could we see something like that? And in the January, another 10%. It is possible. It is possible that we go into a bear market now. I just want to put that out there. But I'm still sure that we haven't seen the finale of this bull run. The reason why is because we haven't had a altcoin season. We've had altcoin rallies, but if we just go over to the altcoin, the Bitcoin dominance, we haven't had an altcoin season. Over the past few years, we've had altcoin rallies indicated with the downtrend here, but this is not an altcoin season. I've had some people in the comments say, oh, we had an altcoin season here, we had an altcoin season here and here. It's not. It's a mini rally. Altcoin season is when this happens, when we drop 20-30% in the Bitcoin dominance, and the altcoins are absolutely performing massively against Bitcoin. And some of these altcoins are doing, I remember Decentraland, just one example, Sandbox as well. They went up multiple X's over the course of a few weeks. And that's when, excuse me, all of crypto was in the green. Everything was doing a 2x each and every day for days on end. And the dominance comes all the way down 20-30%. So that's exactly what we're still waiting for. Hopefully, with the Bitcoin dominance, we're having our dead cat bounce, but I highly doubt it. I think now that we're going to come and fill this up at 63%, this candle wick here, unfortunately, that would just continue to wreck the altcoins. But like I mentioned, we haven't had the altcoin season yet. And if it doesn't happen, then yes, this cycle is a little bit different. Because the previous cycles, we've always had an altcoin season. So maybe because most people, 90% are expecting this, maybe it won't happen. Because everybody's expecting altcoin season at the end of the bull run. Because it's exactly what happened with the last cycles. Well, this is not happening right now. So possibly because there's too many people in on it, we're all expecting it. And there's a reason why only a few percent make money in the Bitcoin bull run. So could this be right, or could we be right at the end and without an altcoin season this time around? It's possible. But I'm holding on to a little bit of hope. That brings me to this chart. I'm probably in here, the hope of a possible recovery. And or we're in the optimism section where we have this huge dump to the downside. Everybody is between hope and optimism, and are we going to see that V-shaped recovery, like we said, and go back into belief, thrill, and euphoria? So, no doubt, I've been through all these stages of, I'm not going to call them stages of grief, but the stages of the market cycle, and it's not particularly pleasant when you go through this, but it can make you stronger for the next bull run. So I hope anybody that watches this, if this is your first cycle, I do not want you to go through all of these stages of the market cycle. I prefer that you exit, obviously, around here, but that's up to you, not up to me. It's your choices. But right now, are we looking at something? Are we here with this dump that we've just had? Is the rally real? Is there a possible recovery going to happen? Or are we more in the complacency, the anxiety section now? Again, let me know in the comments where you think we are. But for me personally, I still think we're in this area now, just due to the fact that we haven't had the altcoin season, and there's just too much to play for still at this moment in time. Anyway, let me know in the comments Thanks for watching to the very end. Make sure to subscribe, hit that bell notification if you haven't. Make sure to comment as well. Thumbs up, thumbs down. It's all good for the algorithm. And I will see you next time with another video. Bye-bye.